You wake up tired again, your legs feel heavy, your face looks swollen, you're doing everything the doctor said, but your numbers just won't budge. And then one day, you hear the words that stop your world. Your creatinine is too high. We need to start preparing for dialysis. That was the moment it all changed for Richard, a 68-year-old retired teacher. He'd followed every rule: low protein, low salt, low stress. But nothing worked. His energy was gone, his hope fading fast, until someone gave him a list of 5 specific vegetables. Not pills, not supplements, just vegetables. Ones most people never think to include, or worse, are told to avoid. What happened next shocked everyone. His creatinine started dropping. His energy came back. His doctor said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." In today's video, we're revealing the 5 vegetables that made all the difference and how they can help flush toxins, protect your kidneys, and naturally lower creatinine before it's too late. Don't wait until dialysis is your only option. This might be the missing link your kidneys have been waiting for. Richard was 68 when his life took a turn he never expected. A retired school teacher and proud grandfather, he had always lived a modest, careful life. No alcohol, no smoking. He stayed active, watched his salt, even took his medications on time. But still, something was wrong. He started waking up exhausted. His ankles were swollen, his appetite vanished, and his usual afternoon walk felt like climbing a mountain. Then came the blood work. His creatinine had jumped to 4.1. His GFR had dropped below 20. His doctor looked him in the eye and said, "It's time to start preparing for dialysis." Richard was stunned. "I've done everything you told me," he said quietly. But the numbers didn't lie. He felt helpless. For weeks, nothing changed. He tried more water, fewer carbs, expensive supplements. Still, no improvement. Until a friend, whose brother had reversed early-stage kidney issues, gave him a short list. 5 vegetables that support kidney repair and flush toxins naturally. Desperate and out of options, Richard gave it a shot. He added these vegetables to his daily meals: soups, stir-fries, raw salads. No gimmicks, just real food. And then, something changed. After just a few weeks, he noticed his legs weren't as swollen. He had more energy in the mornings. A month later, his labs showed a drop in creatinine from 4.1 to 3.5. Another month after that, his GFR increased, and for the first time in a long time, his doctor didn't mention dialysis. Richard smiled. He finally had hope, and all it took was a few vegetables most people ignore. In this video, we're going to reveal exactly which 5 vegetables Richard used, how they work, and why they could be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. One of the biggest reasons people like Richard avoid vegetables, especially with kidney disease, is fear. You've probably heard it. Vegetables are high in potassium. They don't help with creatinine. You need to limit them to protect your kidneys. But here's the truth. Not all vegetables are high in potassium, and even more importantly, some are incredibly powerful at helping your kidneys heal when you choose the right ones. Certain vegetables contain natural anti-inflammatory compounds, soluble fiber, and plant-based antioxidants that work like internal cleaners, supporting digestion, reducing inflammation, and flushing out excess toxins before they reach your kidneys. In fact, recent studies from journals like Frontiers in Physiology and Nephrology Dialysis Transplantation have shown a strong connection between gut health and kidney function. And what feeds your gut? Fiber-rich vegetables. When you remove the right waste from your digestive system, your kidneys have less to filter, and your creatinine levels often begin to stabilize naturally. So no, vegetables aren't the enemy. They're part of the solution, but only if you eat the right ones in the right way. Coming up next, we'll reveal the first 3 vegetables Richard used to lower his creatinine and how each one helps cleanse the body from the inside out. Let's dive into the first 3 vegetables that made a huge difference in Richard's recovery. These aren't exotic, expensive, or hard to find. In fact, you might already have them in your kitchen, but probably never knew just how powerful they are for kidney health. 1. Carrots, the bright protector. Carrots are more than just a side dish. They're a kidney-supporting powerhouse. They're naturally low in protein, which is crucial because excess protein increases the waste your kidneys have to filter. But what makes carrots truly shine is their rich content of beta-carotene, a pigment that turns into vitamin A in your body. Vitamin A helps reduce inflammation and supports immune balance, both of which are vital in protecting kidney tissues from damage. Carrots also help the liver process toxins, giving your kidneys backup in the detox process. Think of your liver and kidneys as a cleaning crew, and carrots are like the fuel that keeps them working efficiently. Visual tip: beta-carotene acts like a rust-proof shield, protecting your kidneys from the daily wear and tear of inflammation and oxidation. How Richard used them: raw with hummus, grated into salads, and lightly steamed in soups, never overcooked to preserve nutrients. 2. Cauliflower, the gentle cleanser. Cauliflower doesn't get much attention, but for kidney health, it's a quiet hero. This cruciferous veggie is low in potassium, low in phosphorus, and incredibly high in fiber. Exactly the kind of profile you want for reducing creatinine. Here's how it works. The fiber in cauliflower acts like a sponge, soaking up waste in the digestive tract and removing it before it ever reaches the kidneys. Less waste in your bloodstream equals less work for your kidneys. Cauliflower also contains compounds like glucosinolates and indoles, which help the liver neutralize toxins. This gives your kidneys a break and promotes cleaner, more efficient blood filtration. Visual tip: cauliflower is like the air filter in your car, quiet, reliable, and essential for preventing toxic buildup. How Richard used it: lightly steamed and mashed as a potato substitute, blended into veggie soups, or roasted with olive oil and herbs. 3. Red bell peppers, the kidney's bodyguard. Red bell peppers are rich, sweet, and incredibly nutritious, but they're also one of the most overlooked kidney-healing vegetables. They're loaded with vitamin C, vitamin A, and powerful antioxidants like lycopene and beta-carotene. These compounds help protect kidney cells from oxidative stress, especially in people dealing with high creatinine and inflammation. Plus, red bell peppers are very low in potassium, making them safe for most people with kidney disease, even in moderate amounts. Think of antioxidants as the bodyguards of your kidneys, fighting off free radicals before they can cause damage. And red bell peppers come with a full security team. Red peppers also contain natural water content and fiber, both of which help with bowel movements and reducing uremic toxins, which are closely tied to elevated creatinine. Visual tip: red bell peppers are like firefighters, cooling the inflammation and clearing the smoke of oxidative stress around your kidneys. How Richard used them: raw in salads, sautéed with onions and garlic, or stuffed with quinoa and veggies for a healthy dinner. Final tips for these 3 vegetables: cook lightly. Overcooking destroys vitamins like C and beta-carotene. Light steam, roasting, or raw preparations work best. Portion smart. About 1/2 cup to 1 cup per day is a good start. Mix and match. Combine these veggies in salads, soups, or stir-fries for variety and better nutrient absorption. Stay consistent. These vegetables aren't a one-time fix. Richard used them daily, not occasionally, and that's what helped shift his numbers. These 3 vegetables, carrots, cauliflower, and red bell peppers, gave Richard's kidneys the support they desperately needed. They reduced the pressure on his filtration system, lowered inflammation, and helped flush toxins naturally and gently. Up next, we'll look at common mistakes people make with vegetables and how doing things the wrong way could actually be slowing down your healing. Now that you know which vegetables can help lower creatinine, it's just as important to understand how not to use them. Because believe it or not, even the healthiest vegetables can backfire if you're not careful. Let's go over the most common mistakes. Mistake number 1, overcooking. A lot of seniors think that boiling vegetables until they're mushy makes them easier to digest. While that may be true for texture, it comes at a cost. You lose most of the key nutrients like vitamin C and beta-carotene, especially in veggies like carrots and peppers. Solution: light steaming, roasting, or even eating raw when appropriate helps retain the good stuff. Mistake number 2, eating the wrong vegetables in large amounts. Not all vegetables are kidney-friendly. Some, like spinach, beets, and sweet potatoes, are high in potassium or oxalates, which can stress already struggling kidneys if eaten too often. Solution: focus on low potassium, low oxalate options like cauliflower, cabbage, and carrots. Always rotate your veggies and check your lab reports regularly. Mistake number 3, thinking raw is always better. Raw vegetables can be great, but for some people, especially those with sensitive digestion, they can cause bloating or discomfort. Others might not absorb certain nutrients well from raw foods. Solution: find what works for your gut. Light cooking can actually make some nutrients more bioavailable and easier on the stomach. Mistake number 4, skipping the fat or fiber. Your body needs a little healthy fat, like olive oil or avocado, to absorb fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K. And fiber helps slow digestion and carry toxins out. Solution: drizzle olive oil over roasted carrots or pair red bell peppers with a fiber-rich whole grain. Remember, it's not just about eating vegetables, it's about choosing the right ones, preparing them the right way, and eating the right portions consistently. Coming up next, we'll reveal the last 2 vegetables that helped Richard lower his creatinine and feel stronger than he had in years. Let's finish strong with the final 2 vegetables that helped Richard turn his health around, and that most kidney patients are not eating nearly enough of. These 2 aren't flashy, but they're powerful, affordable, and easy to work into your daily routine. 4. Cabbage, the detox workhorse. Cabbage might not win any popularity contests, but for your kidneys, it's one of the most reliable vegetables you can eat. Why? Because cabbage is low in potassium, low in phosphorus, and packed with antioxidants and fiber, all of which support kidney health. But what makes cabbage especially powerful is its role in detoxification. It contains glucosinolates, natural compounds that help activate liver enzymes responsible for neutralizing and eliminating toxins. When your liver is working efficiently, it lightens the load on your kidneys. Think of it like a partner on a cleanup crew. If the liver takes care of more trash, the kidneys don't have to work overtime. Cabbage is also rich in vitamin K, C, and B6, which help reduce inflammation in the body and support blood vessel health, 2 things that directly impact how well your kidneys can filter blood. Visual tip: cabbage is like a vacuum for toxins. It sweeps through the digestive system, binds waste, and helps get it out before it can build up in the blood. How Margaret used it. Margaret would add shredded cabbage to her soups, sauté it lightly with garlic and olive oil, or toss it into fresh salads. Just 1/2 cup per day gave her a regular dose of fiber, hydration, and gentle detox support without spiking potassium. 5. Onions, the unsung gut hero. Onions are one of the most overlooked vegetables in kidney care, but they're actually a key player in lowering creatinine and reducing inflammation. They're rich in quercetin, a powerful plant compound known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Quercetin helps protect the tiny blood vessels in the kidneys, supports heart health, and lowers the burden of chronic inflammation. But onions don't stop there. They're also full of sulfur compounds, which help the liver produce glutathione, your body's master detox enzyme. This supports the body's ability to eliminate toxins more effectively and safely, sparing your kidneys from doing all the heavy lifting. And perhaps the most underappreciated benefit? Prebiotics. Onions contain inulin, a type of fiber that feeds the good bacteria in your gut. And as we've discussed before, a healthy gut is directly tied to kidney health. When your gut moves smoothly, toxins don't get reabsorbed into the bloodstream, and creatinine levels often drop as a result. Visual tip. Onions are like traffic directors for toxins. They help guide waste toward the liver and gut, so your kidneys aren't left doing everything on their own. How Margaret used them. Margaret added raw red onions to her salads, sautéed yellow onions in her veggie stir-fries, and even slow-roasted them for sweetness and depth. She found that even just a few tablespoons per day made her digestion smoother, and her labs began to reflect it. How these two veggies work together. Cabbage and onions aren't just helpful on their own. They make a powerful gut-liver-kidney support combo when eaten together. Cabbage helps neutralize toxins and reduce inflammation. Onions support gut health, improve blood flow, and enhance liver detox enzymes. Both are low in potassium, making them safe even for most advanced CKD patients. Both are budget-friendly and easy to prepare. And most importantly, they're not just healthy vegetables, they're targeted tools that help the kidneys by improving the systems around the kidneys, especially the gut and liver. Margaret and Richard's real-world tips. Here's how both Margaret and Richard added these into their routines without stress. Cabbage soup with onions. A simple, kidney-friendly soup made with vegetable broth, chopped cabbage, onions, garlic, and herbs. Easy to digest, easy to freeze, and full of benefits. Roasted veggie mix. Lightly roast cabbage wedges and thick-cut onions with a splash of olive oil. Delicious, filling, and helpful for gut health. Salads and slaws. Mix shredded cabbage with red onions and a light lemon olive oil dressing for a refreshing low-potassium meal. These final two vegetables, cabbage and onions, might seem basic, but for Richard and Margaret, they became daily healing tools. Not fads, not superfoods, just everyday veggies with powerful kidney benefits when used consistently. In the next section, we'll talk about who should be cautious with certain vegetables and how to adjust your portions to get the benefits without risking side effects. While these vegetables can offer powerful support for kidney health, it's important to remember, not every vegetable is right for every person in every amount. Being mindful and informed is key, especially if you're dealing with advanced CKD or other conditions like diabetes or digestive issues. Let's break it down. High potassium alert. Although most of the vegetables we've covered are low in potassium, carrots and red bell peppers, if eaten in large quantities, can still raise potassium levels for those who are already borderline high. If your potassium is elevated, monitor your labs and stick to modest portions, around 1/2 cup per day. Diabetes consideration. Cooked carrots become slightly sweeter and may affect blood sugar levels, especially if paired with other carbs. Diabetics should test their blood sugar after eating and adjust portions accordingly. Digestive sensitivities. Some seniors may experience gas or bloating from cabbage or onions. If that's you, start with small amounts and see how your body reacts. Light cooking can also reduce this effect. Smart approach. Start small. Introduce one new veggie at a time. Rotate. Don't eat the same thing every day. Pair with other kidney-friendly foods for balance. Always consult your doctor or renal dietitian before making permanent changes. Your kidneys are delicate, but with the right approach, these vegetables can offer safe, natural support on your journey to better health. Next, We'll wrap it all up with a motivating summary and one final message of hope. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned. The journey to lower creatinine and support your kidneys doesn't always require drastic measures. Sometimes, the most powerful tools are already in your kitchen. Simple, everyday vegetables like carrots, cauliflower, red bell peppers, cabbage, and onions can work together to help your body flush toxins, reduce inflammation, support gut health, and lighten the load on your kidneys. But remember, it's not just what you eat, it's when, how often, and how you prepare it that makes the real difference. Richard didn't heal overnight. He stayed consistent, chose the right portions, and used these vegetables daily as part of a well-balanced, kidney-conscious routine. If you're feeling tired, discouraged, or like you've run out of options, please don't give up. It's never too late to start. You don't need to eat all 5 at once. Just pick one that fits your taste, your labs, and your lifestyle, and let that be your first step. Because if it worked for Richard, it can work for you too. Real food, real change, one bite at a time. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these 5 vegetables will you try first? Is it the crunchy carrots, the healing cabbage, or maybe the antioxidant-rich red bell peppers? Let us know in the comments below, and if you've already tried any of these, share your experience. It might help someone else on their journey. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a kidney health tip that could change your life. Ready for the next step? Then you need to see our next video, Top 7 Worst Foods for Your Kidneys. These are the foods silently causing more harm than you think, and it's time to cut them out. Click now and take control of your kidney health.